Well, it's smoking again, folks.
Hit the power button.
Where is it?
On the side.
Right here? Got it. Oh. Lord have mercy. Okay. I told you I smelled something.
And we're at 100.
It's all smelling. Good morning, all you corn dogs out there. Ray and I are working on a project. Oh, wait. Not me. Ray. Ray is working on a project. So, this is our battery components. If you own a ProMaster, you know it's right under the driver's feet. Under our driver's side, our driver's seat, we install a 1000W LiTime inverter. What are you doing, you ask? Well, I'm going to let Ray answer that question for you. Hey, corn dog, what's this project? What are you working on?
So our van system, we run a 24-volt system to power the van and all the gadgets inside off the back, 24 volts. And the engine up front, alternator, puts out 12 volts. So instead of using a DC to DC charger, I decided to use a 1000-watt inverter to convert 12 volts to 110, push that back to the back, and then using my shore power input on my unit, go to AC and then back to DC, obviously, to charge my batteries.
Okay, so basically what happens is most people do a 12-volt system in their van buildup, correct?
Yeah.
So Ray did a 24-volt system for his own reasons. He can talk about that on another video. And so I thought originally, because we did a 12-volt system, we couldn't do a DC to DC charger in our van. But that's not true. There is a way to do a DC to DC charger. It's just extremely expensive. And so we're trying to do something that's a little bit more economical without putting a ton of money into it. So what we're trying to do is charge our batteries while we're driving.
Yeah, Victron makes a DC to DC charger, so does Sterling, but all the reviews I've seen, people have had kind of a issue with, you know, the unit working after maybe a year or two. Also, the price point on the Victron and Sterling is really expensive, and thirdly, the output amount isn't really that great. So that means if you are relying on driving the engine, you know, and driving the van to charge the batteries, you're going to have to drive it for a long time based on the output of those units.
Last week, Ray got it all set up. We got the inverter installed. He ran all the wires, and on our way from Orlando to Jacksonville, we decided to test it. And this is what happened.
So as we're driving, I'm starting to smell kind of a campfire smell. It smelled good, and then I thought that was a little strange. And then at that point, a little bit of smoke began to loft into between my legs and come up into the cab and almost completely fill the cab.
So Ray was like, something's wrong. And I look over, I didn't smell anything, but I did see smoke billowing through, you know, between Ray's legs, and it did fill up the cab. We were driving down 95. We had to try to pull over. There was not a good place to pull over. We finally found a place, disconnected the inverter, and yeah.
You grabbed the fire extinguisher.
Oh, I did grab the fire extinguisher. As we're pulling over, I'm thinking we're on fire. So I grabbed the fire extinguisher. It's right under our sink, and some pot holders, because I didn't know if the inverter was going to be hot, and if he had to pull it out of the seat, I didn't want him to burn his hands. So We were definitely prepared. I wish we had a camera going because it probably would have been the funniest thing you ever saw. Funny because it wasn't a fire and we were okay. All right, so what do we do now?
So I'm checking the temperatures at my connections to make sure all my connections are good. My connections are good and tight. And I will say that LiTime has been great at trying to help diagnose this and trying to troubleshoot, just shooting back and forth different things. Everything is extremely tight at all the lugs. There's no short circuits or anything. I am getting a high temp reading at the connection point here where my properly fused circuit is. 120 degrees Fahrenheit is my temperature. A little too hot in my opinion. My suspicion is that the 6-gauge wire that they supply, good quality wire, it's a silicone surrounded wire, copper wire, but I think it needs to go up to 2 amp wire. Not 2 watt, but 2 AWG.
So you're gonna do that next?
Yeah, I'll be swapping out the wires.
Okay. Well, it's smoking again, folks.
Hit the power button.
Where is it?
On the side.
Right here? Got it.
Ooh.
Lord have mercy.
Okay,
I told you
here.
I smelled something.
Right. And we're at 100.
It's all smoke.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.